So for what it's worth, I'm gonna make sure it's recording because I don't get on here every moment on this actual webcam. The graphics have been what the recommendations referred to as fucking fantastic in the likes, but literally at the same token, I haven't been really that enthused with them in the likes. And literally, this is a sidetrack, a side note in the likes. Literally, it's fucking intense. It's intense as ever. I went for what might be called the trod through the snow and the likes because at the same token, this is the Midwest and it does snow occasionally in the likes and totally this is a fucking blizzard, man, a fucking blizzard. I couldn't even drive, so I didn't want to risk it, man, because my car is just terrible in the snow, and literally it's just a disgrace. So sometimes you got to play it safe, sometimes with any type of investments in the likes. Hold on, let me make sure this is recording. Hold on, let me see. But like with any type of investments in the likes, you totally got to fucking be risk averse. That's what's fucking recommended, and that's what all the grades potentially do in the likes. So fucking let me see. Oh shit. See if I know what I'm doing here. I'm trying to play it cool. Sometimes it's been referred to that nobody literally knows what they're fucking doing, man. Like literally everybody's just playing this shit cool, man, and hoping for the best. No, I kid. There is a method to the madness. I'm just trying to find out where the fucking shit. I think it must be going, man. I'm just gonna assume it is. If not, man, fucking that's the perils of the fucking game, and sometimes it's hit or miss. But what I was gonna elaborate on is just that. Does my hair look Snow White? Literally, that's the biggest disgrace of the whole mess. Is just that the hair looks fucking Snow White as far as it's snowing outside. So that's just an illusion. I think that's just the water and the lights. Although it does have a nice effect as far as a Hollywood effect, right? So this is all real snow, all real from the earth, Mother Nature type water and the likes. So literally what it amounts to is just this, man. We are getting so much better. Oh my gosh, at the same token, you got to stay the course. Sometimes consistency is what pays the most. At the same token, sometimes like the adages have suggested, literally it's so true that, what is the phrase? Literally there's an adage, prospectively, literally it's called fucking, hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. So at the same token, you gotta sometimes incorporate some of these adages and the likes into your everyday life and the likes because as a child I never understood these idioms, right? Like I never understood these adages, these axioms and the likes. Like as a child, I literally told these and it didn't make sense. Like is that the evolution of a or even the maturation of an individual getting older from childhood literally to an older state and the likes? It's literally incredible that this shit was beyond the scope of my comprehension, and I was above, way like beyond the midst or the cusps of the curve, right? So literally at the same token, this shit is just fucking terribly incredible that fucking like now that I've gained some maturation, I'm 27 now. At the same token, working very hard. Sometimes life will be contradictory to our own betterment, our own success, and sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. At the same token, you got to just keep trucking. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a hard day's work either. At the same token, that's actually sometimes to be respectable in the likes, and at the same token, there's nothing wrong with building your asset columns over time in the likes, right? So we know that this is a different age. Literally, this is what has been referred to me as literally the informational age. So literally, information disseminates faster than it ever has once before, or literally more well spoken priorly. Literally, so what I want to allude to is that technology is rampant, man. I just did a Instagram post. Literally, it was kind of not neither here nor there, but at the same token, what the post was regarding was literally this Uber fucking Air, man. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. I kind of want to just get on here and just say hello. I haven't been on YouTube in fucking forever, man. So I know it's a fucking disgrace, and I can't believe I've let that happen. I always like to say hello, and I always have so much to say. Barrett Central, you should try to read 45 minutes a day. If you can, or just podcast, radio, public broadcasting the likes. I mean, or public TV, or even just your good old fashioned cable television. I don't give a fuck, man. At the same token, do you? And sometimes we gotta learn to live with ourselves, right? So I think that's the ultimate end game. And let me know what you think about these fucking graphics on this fucking webcam. Is it high definition or no? Is it decent? Like literally all the reviews in the phase where I was planning on purchasing or not purchasing, kind of the reviewal phase and the likes. Everybody was like fucking ranting and raving, and it looks pretty good. Excuse me, it looks pretty fucking good, but sometimes, I haven't got these lights and everything, but at the same token, sometimes the graphics are less than high caliber. So sometimes I just operate off my phone, and that's really a convenience factor that's unmatchable. Wasn't even matchable, even plausible, maybe, 15 years ago? Or maybe it was. I don't know. Maybe I was just a child that couldn't afford this type of shit. But literally, I know some people had like smartphones and the likes, I guess. I was too young to really notice, but at the same token, I'm not sure when this whole modern day computer in your pocket shit like really transpired, So same token, I just want to say hi, man. I just want to say hi. I've been recording music again. Oh my gosh. So I feel like Michael Jordan coming back with the 4.5. Not the pistol, of course, not the Glock, of course, but literally the fucking jersey, the jersey throwback. My last jersey's hanging up. That I only transpired one fucking album, and at the same token, it's fucking incredible that it's literally such a work in progress that I think it was to be admired, right? I think it was a learning process. There was a learning curve in the likes. It was my first album ever. I was 22. Oh my gosh, what a juvenile! I mean, now I'm fucking. Not that that's juvenile. I mean, you're pretty mature. I mean, you're allowed to go to war literally at 18. Prospectively, not allowed to drink. So that's who's to say what's right and what's wrong. But at the same token, 22. I mean, I'm still feeling 22, like Taylor Swift might say in the likes. But at the same token, I'm not 22 anymore. At the same token, I got to come to grips with that whole ordeal that literally. Stronger than I ever been, smarter than I ever been, and only getting better still. 27 feels good. Feels good, but I'm not quite to the point that I think they should be naming a holiday after me. I kid. That's a joke, and that's a. If you've really been following my work, you literally would know that that's a inside joke to something I once upon a time said or suggested in the likes. But sometimes it's hard to connect all the dots when you move so fast paced and quick pace in the likes. So. Same token, this notification just popped up on my computer. The computer's literally suggesting that it says this. This is into the mind of an aspiring entrepreneurial minded investor like type philosophy and the likes. But literally, it just popped up. It says, "Don't forget, study something, motherfucker." And it doesn't say motherfucker, it says MF-A. So that's inside my mind. That's really what's on my mind. So that's probably what I'm about to get into. At the same token, I just want to say hi. This is going to be a short podcast and likes. Again, my catchphrase. Let's keep being progressive in hopes that we can live a richer, fuller, more prosperous, and more fulfilling life. At the same token, relationships are so important, but you do not want to be. I read this in a book, so I'm going to transcribe this for you. Not transcribe it, but illustrate this for you. Literally fucking I think it was Machiavelli or it must have been Machiavelli. It must have been the Prince. The Prince. One of my favorite books, but I haven't read it for maybe like fucking 10 years, or 8 years or something like that. So that's no, let me think. I read it when I was 18. Right? So fucking I'm 27 now, so that says it all. So I don't have the perfect recap of what it suggested, but that was my favorite book when I read it back then at that time. And literally at the same token, it's so true that sometimes you don't want to isolate oneself. In the theory that sometimes it will put you at a disadvantage. It seems advantageous at first, but sometimes to later ramification, it can totally come back and bite you in the ass when totally your enemies are able to surround you. And when your enemies have surrounded you, it gets more treacherous than ever. Like we're only prospectively fucking, you and I or you or us and them or them and us or whatever, you know. At the same token, you know, sometimes if you isolate so much, then literally your enemies can surround you, and it totally gets so dangerous that, um, you know, it becomes a disadvantage. What once appeared to be an opportunity can prospectively potentially become a disadvantage too. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And at the same token, that's it. So good to see you. Oh my gosh, so many beautiful people out here. At the same token, you got to take advantage and seize opportunity and the likes. But you know, sometimes, you can't expect someone to be so this or so that. And what I've noticed about the world is like something I can't relate to. So at the same token, you know, everybody's so judgmental in the likes, right? Judging this, judging that, and I guess that's only natural to a certain extent. It definitely is. It definitely is. But at the same token, you know, just do whatever the fuck you want to do, and that's not maybe the wisest advice at some points, because you got to do what you need to do, which is number one. But at the same token, doing what you want to do could be dangerous, because literally sometimes society in general wants you to do what the masses do, or maybe a better word or better way to phrase it is literally what's conventional or the like. So at the same token, convention has its place, and unconventional has its place too. So, but literally, I've been recording. 27 must be a prime age for musical composition. I know that some of this musical genius gets compiled before age 18. That's literally what they suggest, and what's been reported to me. At least, maybe that was evident. It's variable from person to potentially person, but fucking like with Mac Miller, I noticed that a lot of his premium most clever genius, not maybe the most rigor of lyrics and the likes, but some of his most premium genius came out when he was still in high school, or the likes. So in my opinion, that Blue Side Park was my favorite of his whole collection. I mean, that music, or watching music with the sound off, was fucking pretty dope too. So I mean, I can't say this or that, but I thought Blue Side Park was pretty impressive. I mean, that actually spawned, I think, when he was still rather on the younger side than the actual older side. So a lot of that genius does spawn before age 21 and the likes. But at the same token, I know my first album was a little bit, unconventional, a little bit more political than most people like to hear. At the same token, at least that's what's been reported to me. I didn't think it was political at all. I didn't mention a single political realm or the likes. But fucking at the same token, a child I used to be in math class with, we're both grown now, of course, literally, but when we were children, literally, we were in the same math class, and literally he said it sounds so political and the likes. And like today is the era of all this nonsense, this new school shit, and I'm from that generation, but I've always kind of been inclined to resist anything of that nature, and literally keep it old school, like the originals, so at the same token, that's just me, but to each his own, right? And I'm not knocking anybody, I just want to see everybody win. And like they suggest, it's not a sum-zero game. And at the same token, there can be enough out here for potentially everybody if we really maximize efficiency. But I'm not trying to be so superficially like so that's so idyllic of a ideology. And literally, I know that it's not one fucking, like Charlemagne the God suggested. It's not all one fucking DJ Khaled song. And that's what I've always wanted, man. Just some DJ Khaled. That shit's just flame-o. Got Jay Bieber on there, fucking Lil Weezy, and fucking whoever else. Drake. This is just a random sporadic. I was thinking of one song at first, but literally, like anybody could be on this bitch. When it's DJ Khaled and this shit, man. Like he just ranges these fucking like mega stars to fucking like kumbaya on this bitch, and I love that shit. But sometimes it's not always fucking kumbaya and the like. So that's just really true. We'll talk soon. This wasn't even that imperative. I didn't teach anything. Let me think if I have any thoughts to share with you to help you be better. The beginning was a little bit of a motivational speech and the likes, and then I started rambling. Do you love it when I ramble, or do you fucking hate it when I ramble? Man, jeez. I just get sick of myself. At the same token, I think let me think if I have any valuable sentiments that I could share in this quick brief before it gets too in breadth into the conversation. Let me think. Yeah, man. Pretty much the only news I've seen forecasted is literally maybe in 3 years. It said by 2023. This is ironic and kind of abstract, but literally fucking like I suggested earlier in this conversation, aforementioned, literally fucking this Uber fucking air, baby. I'm trying to get involved. I think there's already Uber helicopters and the likes, but shit, man, I've never taken one. But obviously you got to get the guap up to enjoy the prosperity. So sometimes you got to put in that work, build that asset column, also build the relationships, also build the network, also build the sourcing, whether that be sourcing in housing or rebranding or whatever other fucking fathoms there is for any type of production of any type of fucking operation venture moving forward. As far as that's where a lot of the benefit lies. It's so true, like what's been expressed to me, and I express this all the time. So this is not my sentiment, but literally, you get the game, and sometimes you gotta give props where they're due, and that's what the beauty of us being so tall is, literally that we stand on the shoulders of giants. That's why it's so easy for individuals like myself, or even prospectively you, or even our children, or the next generations to come, 100 or 500 years from now, right? So that's so true. But let me think. Lost track of thought. So we'll talk very, very soon. Pleasure's all mine. A little bit sporadic, but that's what you get when you get me fired up. I start to rambling, and I start to acting wild in public, and I start to doing crazy outlandish type stunts. Sometimes to detriment, but nobody's perfect, so keep that in mind. And at the same token, we all gotta just stay improving, and keep reading, keep growing, and exercise, get your muscles up, take your fucking protein, is good for your brain, maybe some BCAAs, baby, and literally stay in shape, stay working on that body. After you get to a certain age, after 30 for men and the likes, or 35 for men and the likes, you start to lose, maybe I heard it was like 1 to 3 or 5% or 10%. I think it's a slower process than that, but maybe 1 to 3 or 5% muscle mass every fucking year. So you want to be a hindrance to that detriment, right? Or that negative progression, right? So at the same time, we'll talk very, very soon. Pleasure's all mine. Thank you for tuning in. You could be anywhere in the fucking world, but you're here with fucking me, the very fucking best. And that's to say humbly at the same token. I know that's a little bit sounding like Muhammad Ali, right? Fucking, I'm the greatest before I knew I was, So at the same token, just props where props are due, like I once suggested. Respect where respect is due, and at the same token, keep grinding, man. And of course, there's gonna be obstacles, roadblocks, all this, but fuck it, man. You duck and weave, punch back, and motherfucking keep going hard in the motherfucking paint, and be the fucking greatest you can be. And at the same token, that's it. So I hope this wasn't too rambunctious of me. I just was really excited that it's YouTube. It's the 21st century, and I'm striving towards entrepreneurial success to higher degrees, continuing to learn about possibly, the realms of, more in-depth investor analytics and the like. So much pleasure out here. I guess I'm gonna get to reading, man. I guess that's where the real benefit lies. And at the same token, one day at a time. So pleasure's mine. Sorry for being so energetic. I know I can be wild sometimes, but you got to realize that, sometimes the super smart shit sounds a little bit abstract. And we'll possibly just leave it at that. So at the same token, pleasure's all mine. Appreciate you so much. Hit that fucking subscribe button right fucking here. Right up here, wherever the fuck it's at, and totally subscribe to my page. Throw some comments, some likes if you would. And of course, I'm going to get more ingrained into more so lessons and the likes as far as helping you accomplish, more than, like I've suggested in my bio on my intellectualbossmoves.com blog post, literally is just that, to help. I aspire to inspire by exemplary ethics, to get perspective of you, me, and mine and yours companies to the perspective next motherfucking level. So at the same time, that comes from information, that comes from knowledge, that comes from motivational speeches, that comes from motivation, that comes from inspiration, from seeing it done before someone that looks like you or the likes, or someone, there's just so much opportunity out here, and literally, I mean, too much for one spiel in this one instance, right? So, respectively, I'm going to get on here again, and I'm going to have a little bit more notes in the likes, so I don't act so sporadic in the likes. I get so excited with, just all these bright lights, and at the same token, just getting to see you, right? And this would be a perfect time to wink, but I'm going to save that for another occasion. So we'll talk soon. All right. Peace.